And there we go. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Nullforge, the West Road Gateway. The crew might be getting to the bottom of the situation very shortly, as they've just been attacked by a few of the house staff, and they've just been notified by the Minister of Vermin. And yes, Nullforge has a Minister of Vermin. It also has a Minister of Children, but we'll get into that later. In the meantime, the Minister of Vermin has alerted you that the beetles that were trapped in that room underneath the shed have been removed.
All right,
You should now be able to explore that room fully.
Do this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now let's also consider the situation you have above ground. You have Julie Lavinnel, the mother. You have Candace Lavinnel, the daughter. She's probably not going to leave her side. And if all of you go underground, who's protecting her?
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean,
we were
that's a great thing.
calling the guards to have the attackers apprehended.
Mm-hmm.
And the cook.
And they are indeed, yes, hauled off. Now, the Count's personal assistant has gotten away.
Mm-hmm.
Not a personal assistant, not the. Okay, let's see.
Sort of the Count's business manager.
Mm-hmm.
So that may become a problem eventually.
Did they monologue?
But we will.
Pardon?
We will.
Did they say what the heck was going on, or did they just?
Yes,
like
they
the back
did.
of my
They
head?
said we were the family in trouble, or the Count, or his position. So it was just a one-liner.
The guy said this has to happen for the Count to retain his position.
His position.
Nobility. His position of nobility. So this has to happen.
Mm-hmm.
The
Which,
good news.
as far as I'm concerned, you know, if that's what has to happen for him to retain his nobility, then you know, his nobility, and I think the Count's behind it. And
Are you saying that don't justify the means?
what?
Are you saying the ends don't justify the means?
No, of course not.
But then,
This is
if
ridiculous.
the Count is behind it, then why did he hire us?
I have no idea.
I don't
but
think he's behind this.
Xanatos Gambit.
I like the Count.
Well, we shall see. But I think he put the beetles down here specifically to impede us.
But he went downstairs with us himself. He didn't have to.
He didn't have to, but he, you know, all he did was keep us from getting killed. He didn't actually, like...
And you've spent 1 or 2 nights in his house. Have you actually been paid for any sort of protection services?
Correct. We haven't been paid for anything.
Yeah. He said, although he said
Room and board.
that we would be, that there would be something good for us. I don't remember his exact words, but he said something about us being rewarded.
Did he use air quotes?
Not.
He wasn't moving his hands in any particular way when he said it.
I think he had his hands under the table, so he could have done air quotes under the table or something.
He was supposed to cross his fingers.
Air quotes, and yeah, he could just cross his fingers down there.
Doesn't count. Cross my fingers. Wall of the land.
But then again, that's not typically, I mean, it is typical among culturally for some nobility to never discuss payment. Like, to actually discuss money is taboo. You're just like, people just work for you, and then you make sure that they're compensated properly.
Yeah,
so
but that was kind of the impression
just a
that he
cultural
gave.
thing that, like, it might just be that he doesn't discuss money, but everything does get handled. Or we might have just been really stupid. I don't know.
Yeah,
So
why not
complicated.
both?
Either way.
Yeah. Yes.
We need to heal. Cooper,
Hello?
here we go.
Yes, Thagak needs to heal most, I think, and Tess. Thagak and Tess took the greatest
If I spend
bashing.
if I wait
Well,
an
I
hour, I
took
can
damage
top
too.
off my hit points.
I took some
So if you
damage
want to take a
too.
short rest of an hour,
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
So
is that
we have
unanimous then? You can take a 1 hour
unanimous
breather.
what?
Unanimous short break.
Yes.
I concur.
For people who need to heal up.
Oh yes, sure. We don't want anyone to
We don't want anybody
go
dying too soon.
downstairs.
Oh no.
Not yet, anyway.
Yeah. But and also we have to wait for the guards to come here and fetch the valet in irons.
Okay, let's assume that has happened already.
Okay.
Because you had
Good.
some of the Duke's staff here already in sudden combat. Yeah, that attracts attention.
All right.
Of course, it might also attract the Duke. The Count.
The Count. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I spent one of my hit dice, so I'm back up to full. I just happened to roll pretty good.
During this
Scuffle?
break,
Mm-hmm.
during this break, I will also inform the group about that missing chamber in the missing rooms in the new house of the Count, as we have the floor plans.
Oh yeah, that was an ugly little bombshell at the time.
Uh-huh.
I was proud of
The
that one.
floor plans of the house in where the Count's family is going to settle, and there are no rooms for Candice.
Now, surely the Count knew about this.
Better than his wife did, apparently.
Even if the wife didn't.
So,
Are you sure there are no rooms for her?
well, here are the floor plans. Take a look.
Like the rooms are labeled who's going to be in there?
There are some rough marks indicating where people will be in the new house, where the staff are going to be, where the family are going to be, and Candace doesn't have a room there.
What? That's like a silly hell.
Yeah, what an oversight, right?
Yeah.
I mean, like,
Also, what about future kids? There are also no rooms for other kids in that case. So that doesn't look like a very great future here for the house Lavinnel.
A house designed for the future, just not clear on whose.
Yeah, and only one generation.
And it doesn't quite work to the advantage of, like, continuing the family line now, does it?
He got his nobility, if indeed he was
Yeah.
behind it.
Yeah.
That's all he seems to care about.
It's an odd thing. Oh, but also it could be that there's really no explanation. No.
We should confront him. Be like, hey, look at this.
Confront him with what?
How old is she though?
She's closing in on 16.
15.95.
Okay, well, then it may be that they anticipate her being married and out of the house by then.
No, they're
Yeah.
going to be moving soon.
She could.
Oh,
Yeah.
So
Still, they could, in theory, have planned to marry her off quickly.
Her birthday is a week and a half off, and the trip out to the new town is maybe about 2 to 3 months away. Maybe a good bit can happen in 3 months or so, but that's making assumptions.
Yes.
Well, we don't have to. Yeah.
I say we confront him, fist pound. Either we'll have an answer or he won't.
Wait, but haven't we opened up the underground passage?
Well, yes, of course, and we should
Yes.
look at that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Underground passage is now available.
We have just the problem that the staff did attack, but we don't know about the loyalties of the rest. Really. So if we are gone, we're just onlookers. How many of those have also daggers somewhere?
Okay, the gardener and the handyman did not get involved in the fight, and they were kind of taken aback by it when it happened.
Well,
Yeah,
that's
the
Andros
The
was
handyman and
Andros, yes.
yes.
Or so it seemed. They were holding some of their conspiracy in reserve.
Well, everything about the tiefling that I have observed and that Argyle has observed has been genuinely worried for Candace.
Yes. And
Don't want to see any harm come to Candace. He's really worried about it.
yeah, and the valet had to axe Andros with the net. When he sabotaged the net, he had Andros in right at the opening of the net, so he would be killed by the beetles.
Yeah, Andros would have gotten a full face full.
I guess we can safely assume that Andros is one of the good guys.
It doesn't really make sense to sabotage and kill one of your allies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the town they would be moving to, the town the Count would ostensibly get in charge of is one called Cephalville to the north.
Cephalville.
Cephalville. I'll go ahead and spell that in chat because, yeah, the way I'm worded with words this set is...
Oh.
Cephalville. So, what arrangements are you making above ground before going below ground, or are you just staying above ground and confronting the Count?
Well, I want to go below ground.
Yes, I want to go below ground too, but I want to...
Below ground, but if the Count is on it, they'll have time to prepare and can just eliminate us when we come back up, or just eliminate us down there and no one will ever know where we went.
Oh, the Ministry of Vermin knows where we went.
The Ministry of Vermin knows where you are. Wait, that sounds terrible.
I feel so safe knowing that the Ministry of Vermin has got my back. You can always count on them.
Well, they were pretty efficient.
Amathar Vattery has been a kind of stand-up guy with you.
Yes.
Rachel thought it was the Ministry of Ramen. She's good at that.
Okay. Then,
well, we might as well go down there and see if there's any more information to tie everything together or incriminate him, maybe.
Yes. Let's leave Andros and the gardener and the handyman as protection with Lady Lavinnel and Candace.
Okay. So they can find arms around the house. They don't look very comfortable with them, but
Yeah, but motivation is
Maybe
the
hide
thing.
somewhere. Maybe they could hide somewhere else in town. We're
That's true. They could make a visit with a friend who's just a neighbor, so it's not too
next
far.
door.
Yes. Easy
next
to go
door
to
to-
tea there and be there safely.
Might not be a bad idea.
Okay, well, also consider this. Not to poke holes in your plans or anything, but she is ostensibly being stalked by a demon that can turn invisible.
Oh.
Yes, true. And we have demon proofed, or maybe demon proofed the house. So the house
Is there a demon-proof
equipped.
temple somewhere?
It may only, yeah, the house may only be demon resistant, or just demon inconvenient.
And only for
Yes,
snake
we
demons.
Or it might just annoy tiny snakes. We're not sure.
Yeah,
Yes.
demon sniffles.
Either way, better than the house next door.
So is there a good safe temple to go to that would keep demons out or devils?
Well,
Yeah, Paladin. What do you say?
I was actually just
Is there-
thinking the Temple of Briscus, I'm sure, is demon proof. And probably full of badasses who would be happy to kill anyone stalking a child. So
That's the best place. Do we want to
Like-
escort them there then?
I think we should.
Yes.
Yeah, and
Let's do
I
it.
think Saphira would suggest that and be like, look, these guys are clearly not really ready to throw down. Like they're willing to, but maybe my temple would be a little better equipped.
That sounds sensible.
That's the best idea.
And you do
Let's do that.
pass Temple Row on the way to the spires, so it's convenient too.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, what's the spires?
Okay, Kedia's Spire is the district that the Count's house is in,
Okay.
and it's just a bit northeast of Temple Row.
Okay.
So it's not far.
So it's
what
not
you're
far.
saying. Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
So I suggest we.
Hasten?
Let's do it.
I don't really know how people get transported here. If we do it by little boats or carriages or.
Carriages are not a bad idea.
Yeah.
You do occasionally see them clumping around town, and the Count's family at least has two.
Okay.
Andros can get you the hookup, and
Okay.
you can ride them over and drop them off.
All right.
Yes, that's what we're going to do.
Okay, that's a sensible decision.
And I will tell my comrades there that there's, a demon stalking this child and that they're under my protection. And, if anybody messes with them, just kill them.
Yeah.
Just a little bit. A little light murder.
What is an IED?
And that is something that explodes.
Improvised explosive device.
Oh. Infernal explosive device.
That would make sense, yeah. Mm-hmm.
That would be the worst. Go into this carriage. It will take you to the temple where it's safe. But then the carriage burst into flames.
Oh, no.
I've seen enough movies. I know what happens.
Mhm. We are all standing on the front porch and waving. They are waving back, blowing kisses. Then they step into the carriage and close the door. And Andros is getting the horses to run. Then
One day short of his retirement.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
No, nothing like that happens. You get them out to the temple safely.
If
Excellent.
Hydra says I'm getting too old for this shit, then you know.
Okay.
Now we kind of have established indoor plumbing is a thing in Nelforge, so you know certain elements of the lethal weapon treatment are in play. But let's not go there just yet. You have underground something to explore. The something remains to be seen.
We are going to explore. Let's just use the new entrance that we have now.
Out to the shed, move that tile. Actually, that tile's already out of the way because they were sucking beetles out of it. And they have a wagon full. They have a wagon full of beetles. And one more thing that Amathar says is, Saria, was it? He looks to the druid. Saria, was it?
Yes.
If you would accompany me when we go to the site to distribute these beetles, it might be interesting. You might have some insights and advice to offer.
Yes, I would be happy to.
That's a great idea.
Excellent.
Just a little bit of salt. That's my recommendation.
Yeah. Just a skosh more netting and a pinch less having your face eaten by beetles.
Yes.
Good fellow.
That's really
Okay.
interesting. I'd like to go too to see that.
That should be an interesting little field trip for a few folks. But in the meantime, let's go under the Lavinnel House. And for this, I have map.
Yes.
Ooh,
A map.
Yay!
Yes, I have map. I can't show it to you because I don't have D20 up yet. But you know, it's the thought that counts.
Yay, maps!
So I know where you're going. So that's good.
Yay!
And I have the old map of our first underground thing.
Yeah,
And
the most interesting features you had down there was a deck of old playing cards.
Yeah,
Empty
there
barrels.
there were 4 rooms and a closet door. And I think
Well, a closet door that resulted in a partial collapse of the sidewalk in front of the house, and a room chock full of old furniture. Then you had that long hallway that stretches out to the room under the shed. You're pretty sure.
Yes, and that's where we're going now. From the
Okay.
shed on downwards.
So
You go from
Lamps, lots of lamps.
Okay. That I just need to read you something I posted to Mastodon recently that I was sort of proud of, or at least amused by. Yeah.
what is that?
Different social service. I'll get into that after the chat, but let's see.
Does that rest heal us up at all?
Well, if you want to spend any hit dice to recover, that would be this would be the time. That rest would be the time to do it.
I don't really know how to do that.
What spend hit times to recover?
So after you take a short rest, what you can do is you can roll 1 or more of your hit dice, and for each one you add your Constitution modifier, and you heal that
many.
So, so and if you don't have to choose, like, you don't have to make one choice and say I'm going to roll all of them. You can say I'm going to roll 1, and if you want to heal more, you can choose another one. So I just rolled one of my D12s and added my Constitution modifier, and that's how much I healed.
But then you don't get to use that hit dice later?
You recover half of your total hit dice per day. So if you spend all of them now, you'll get 2 of your hit dice back.
Oh, I don't know what my hit dice are.
For a druid? Yeah, D8 sounds right. Yeah, anyway, what I wrote to Mastodon. Also, I have the sad mental image of my inexperienced Sunday D&D players recreating that scene from Blazing Saddles, when they try to venture into their first abandoned underground structure, then realize it's dark. Somebody's got to go back to town and get us a shitload of torches.
Yeah,
but you're going in with lighting, so Okay, crisis averted. At least that crisis. Let's create a new one.
So I don't know what your Constitution modifier is. If it's like probably
Mine?
1 or 2. Yeah.
It's Constitution is 3.
Oh wow, nice. So
So
D8 plus 3 if you wanted to heal, and then if you still weren't full and you wanted to heal again, you could spend another one.
Okay. So
Did anyone else need? Well, I guess if John isn't here, then
Sagak.
Bagak would need to spend a few, but he's not here
I
right
think
now,
that-
and I'm pretty sure I sent him an invite.
Some hits, so he could probably use some healing magic.
Yeah, that got kind of clobbered. Unless he gets into the session this afternoon. I'm pretty sure I invited him. Let me check that and make sure.
Dagak usually gets clobbered.
He does rather. A bard makes a terrible meat shield.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
And yet every party seems to use their bard as a meat shield.
I think that may be the bard using the bard as a meat shield,
Definitely in that
that's what you
case.
get for standing in.
or maybe
someone's
more
house.
like the bard using a half orc as a meat shield, when the bard is the half orc.
Yes, probably because he overestimates his fighting ability because he's a half orc.
Could
He
very
believes
well
in all
be.
the stories about himself.
okay.
Yeah, let's go through this again. Who is in the underground party,
Well, all
or are
of
you
us, I
splitting
guess.
party?
All of us.
I am.
Well,
Yeah.
the only way I could
Aren't
think
we all
of it,
going?
yeah, that's what I assumed.
Okay, at this point you have Candace and Julie in the Temple of Briscus, where
Mhm.
presumably anyone will, where presumably any demonic or devilish interference would not be brooked or trucked or something.
Mm.
Mhm.
Would that be verbed?
Yeah, that noun will never be verbed.
Yeah.
Then we have one evil guy on the run, or evil girl on the run, and 2 in irons.
Yeah, we don't know.
Oh, wait.
There may be others around the house, but
And 2 what?
and 2 in irons,
Ah,
because you did get the valet and the cook.
yeah.
Mhm.
It's a cook in the kitchen with the frying pan. Rolling.
Mhm.
Yeah. So finally, the kitchen belongs to Chili, all alone.
Yeah.
Let's see after this if she has anyone to cook for.
Yeah.
You got the
Yeah.
job. if you
Okay,
want it.
so
Probably don't.
trying to get my descriptive face on. You get down that little hole to the room below the shed, and there is looks like a 15 by 15 room,
Whoa.
medium size. There is this long passage that goes to the east, where you have the sort of broken walls leading back to the rooms under the mansion.
Wait.
Wait.
To the east or to the west?
To the west, pardon me, yes.
Oh, okay. I feel much better now.
I should put compass rosette on my maps. It'd make things easier to follow.
Yeah.
Nah. Yes.
All right.
Okay. And you are into the room here, and yeah, there isn't a whole lot here. Maybe a few gardening supplies. There are a few hooks on the wall. There is one rusty sword hanging from the wall in one corner, but other than that, there doesn't seem to be a whole lot to this room. It's when someone goes over to inspect that sword, and who's going to do that?
Oh, me.
Okay. It's when Saphir goes over to inspect the corner where that sword is hanging, that there's this little shift in the ground underneath.
Oh, shit.
And
Right.
yeah, Saphir, it turns out, is standing on another loose tile.
Oh.
This goes even deeper.
Well, I will pry it up.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah,
It's a
be
bit
like,
of
hey.
it's a bit of effort, but we're not going to have a dungeon crawl if you don't manage to get it up. So you get it up.
Yeah.
And there is another little and there is another room below that.
A dungeon below the dungeon. So this 15 by 15 room has only the westward.
It only has the westward passage.
This is the loose tile that the beetles were keeping us from discovering, right? Past to the cellars.
It would seem to be, unless there's something really special about that one ordinary-looking rusty sword hanging from a hook.
What do you know?
Well, we are going to look at
the
the
sword is only
sword.
there to pry up the tile, so. But I'm still going to keep it with me.
Well, there may be other reasons. We'll get into that in a bit. But
I'm going to detect magic.
That's probably a good plan.
Okay.
Looking at the sword and looking down to the room underneath.
Interesting strategy. Let's see what we find.
A trap.
Okay. Okay, from where you are, you're searching down. Okay, sending feelers out with detect magic. That sword that you're looking at on the wall there, not special in any way. There's no magic there. But there is something. But there is something down.
Yes.
By the way, you have a 30-foot radius on that, and you are nowhere near the dining room at this point.
Yes, there was something magical below the dining room, deep below the dining room. And there is something magical down here.
Right. Oh, while I think about it, before we go too far into this.
So if we go down and then towards the dining room, we'll probably find the magical thing you sensed before.
Yes.
Probably.
Yeah.
But you're also tracking another magical thing now.
Are we now?
Yes. It's pretty much down below your current position. And before, like I said, before we get too far, let's talk adventuring party. Now, we have 6 people in the group right now, but do we have any companions?
Yes.
Are Acock and Puck coming down with you? I gather Puck is.
Yes.
I'm leaving Acock upstairs to take a good look at the house, to keep watch over the house. So we have up when we return, so we don't get.
And one of the last thoughts he sends to you before you go down and out of range is, I feel a right muffin sitting in this tree here.
I like your crew.
Yeah.
That's great.
A muffin? I'm clearly not following.
Yeah. Anyway, let's continue on down. From this 15 by 15 foot room, you get down to another room. Like I said, this one, this one is a 10 by 10 room, and there is one passage leading away from this to the northwest.
So
as you're climbing down and sort of making room for people to come down this hole, you encounter another loose floor tile.
Oh wow.
Oh.
Shit just got real.
So
okay, so
let's pry it up.
So from
But
this,
don't you think we should explore this level first, though, before we go down?
Well, let's take a look before we.
No, I don't think we should split up. Ever.
That's not a bad idea.
Up. Just take a look. What's
David?
yes.
Can you help me understand? Are the rooms just like dug out of the dirt, and then there's like a tile floor with a loose tile, or is it just this loose tile in the middle of nowhere, or is it like, you know, wooden or stone walls, or what is?
It's okay. Wow,
That was amazing.
The stone shed is actually marble. Below that, you have a sort of marble tiled room, and below that you have stone brick.
Okay, so it's definitely
10
constructed.
by 10 it's a constructed room. It is stone brick.
Okay.
And there is that one path of stone brick going to the northwest.
And a loose tile.
And a loose tile going down.
So, please open this loose tile so we can look. There with the muscles. Please open this.
I will do it.
Okay, once again, we're not going to have much of a dungeon crawl unless you open the way to the dungeon. So, yeah, you can pry this one up too.
Oh, you heard it from his mouth. The dungeon's below. That path elsewhere, nothing.
Maybe nothing.
I still think we should check it out at some point.
Yeah, we are going to check it out, but first we are taking a quick peek down what's waiting.
Well, I mean,
on the third level.
The dungeon master is leading us towards where he wants us to go, so...
Side quest.
That joke's on you. I actually built a vertical dungeon. It's one room deep and 20 rooms wide.
He wants us to go deeper.
Oh my!
Not saying you have to, but that's where the fun is.
Isn't it always?
But we still have to make sure that our is free, so we can.
Who knows what's
going downstairs?
True.
Unexplored things.
Right, who knows what's going to come at you from that northwest passage?
Indeed.
Canadians?
Yeah, I hope so. They're usually so friendly.
If they bring some bits, I'm in.
Huh?
Not if we are going to take the northwest passage away from them.
Okay, that's true.
So, yeah, let's look and see what's down there, but maybe make sure that nothing sneaks up behind us and actually go down that hall.
What Tess said.
Okay, so you're going to go down that northwest hallway.
After a look downstairs, what do we see? What do we see when we just...
When you just peek down that hole?
Look.
Okay, just looking down there, you see... Well, there is a room there with 2 boxes and looks like stairs going down.
Oh, thank God. Stairs.
And is it a 5x5 room?
It is. Okay, the one down below.
They keep shrinking.
They do tend to get smaller, I've noticed, but nope, that one is 15 by 15.
Ah. Okay. 15
and very dusty.
Huh.
Northwest.
Well, we will check that out next. Well,
so
after.
First the northwest passage.
After the tunnel.
Okay. You go northwest. You actually go that direction for quite a while.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, call that about... what scale I used on this, but you're maybe going, let me rotate it back and I can see.
About 1 light year.
10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, close to 80 feet. And about 70 feet in, you find something sort of interesting. There is a pile of coins on one side of the floor. As you head down this passage, it sort of gets damper. You might actually be headed out toward under the street somewhere.
A random pile of coins.
Random pile of coins. It's mostly coppers.
It's not even worth it. Unless they're magic.
That doesn't really take us in the direction of where that magic was coming from, though.
No, it doesn't.
No,
it's kind of taking you out of it.
Doesn't.
This hallway, by the way, ends at a sturdy wooden door that has the latch on your side.
Open it.
Yeah.
Okay, you open it and you encounter. Okay, you unlatch the door, pull it open. It's kind of stiff because it doesn't feel like it's been opened in ages. And there you have a plaster wall.
Interesting.
So it's the back of someone's shop, or well, were we going up slightly, or are we still like 50 feet below?
You're actually still going. You're sloping ever so slightly downward.
But
Maybe just one or two feet down over the course of 80 feet. So
if we started up higher, though, we might actually be meeting like ground level or a regular basement level.
Yeah. How does
that
that
be?
How does this transfer to the world above us? Is this a normal basement of some house?
It's possible. There are some gray spots that look like paint is soaked through.
Actually, it is.
Who wants to make an int check for me?
An int check. I'm going to make an int check. That's not
1d20 plus your int bonus plus proficiency if you have proficiency in those checks.
Like investigation?
Is it possible to have investigation?
That'll do too.
That'll do. Then I'm having 13.
13?
Wait, that bonus isn't right at all.
I'll give that to you. Okay. If you have a noble house, it makes sense occasionally to have an exit. Now, someone having to leave the house in a hurry could take that passage down under the shed, grab the sword, go down to the room below, and then come out to the door with the door barred on your side with a fake wall on the other side.
Oh.
There is a fair chance that this empties into the, well, not the sewers as such, the storm drains. Providing people who need to leave the house for whatever reason a discreet exit. If you were to break through this wall, you would probably end up in the storm drains.
So it's probably not a very sturdy wall.
Probably not a very sturdy wall. It's designed to be pushed through from your side and to look like stone from the other side.
Then relatch the door.
And
let's go back and down.
Okay, passing that pile of what must be several hundred copper.
Wow.
Several hundred copper.
Listen, we're adventurers. We're so much richer than that.
Hey, that shit gets heavy, okay?
That shit gets heavy, yeah.
Let's look. What is the trap here?
I'm going to stand back.
It's a crap load of coins on the ground. And as you're watching, one more falls from the ceiling. There's a crack in the ceiling, and one more has fallen through.
What?
Are we beneath someone's piggy bank?
Apparently. Under the house of the Lavinnel
And
House.
it's not under the house, yes.
Hmm.
Is this the next door neighbor or what?
Hard to say. Maybe they have a wishbone well and it sprung a leak.
Yeah, but there's no water coming
Yeah,
through.
I was gonna say you'd get water a lot sooner than you'd get coins.
Yeah.
They have like what is he called? The uncle of Donald Duck,
Scrooge
Scrooge?
McDuck.
Scrooge McDuck.
Is it
He
that
has
money
this
bin?
big house with full of coins. So maybe one of the neighbors has something like that,
Okay,
and he has.
okay. Like I said, a crap load of copper, a few silver coins in there as well. But how long are you going to take sifting through it?
Yeah.
Your time is worth so much more than that.
It's
No,
not worth it.
Like, I
we're not
don't
sifting
care.
through that.
Look, here's 100 copper. It's called a gold.
Yeah.
We could take the rusty sword and put them.
I'm not a miser. I don't care.
Yeah.
There's no glory in
Sorry,
paying.
just standing there looking at it like, what's the point?
Yeah.
Like, why is this
Yeah.
even a question, guys?
I don't care about
because it's odd. It's an
I don't
oddity.
care about collecting the money, but I do want to know why it's falling through the floor.
Yes,
Like I am
indeed.
interested in that.
I get that it's an oddity, but it's not really an oddity that we need to worry about right now, right?
It's an
Probably not.
oddity for another day.
Mhm.
So Chili is engaging her insane passive perception. Pick anything up.
Wow.
Yeah, you're close enough to the street here that, yeah, I'll give that to you. You're close enough to the street here that there is a, well, it used to be a fountain. It's dry now. That people throw coins into occasionally. And this is an accumulation of many years of those coins, apparently.
Oh,
So they're
Oh
all
boy.
grody and corroded.
So this is these are lucky coins. Lots of lucky
Wishing
coins.
coins.
Lots of wishes unfulfilled. Such a shame.
How do you know they're not fulfilled?
Yeah, we don't know that. It could be that those that stay in the fountain are not fulfilled, but those that fall through the crack, those are the really lucky ones.
Maybe. In the meantime, though.
In the meantime, though, we go back to that loose tile and climb down to
and
the
down
next
some
floor.
more. Let me hide the
Mhm.
10-foot down layer. Let me reveal the 30-foot down layer.
damn.
Because this is where things start getting interesting. Like I said, there are 2 boxes here and stairs going down.
What do you mean 2 boxes?
Like crates?
There are 2, well, they look less like chests and, well, less like crates and more like chests. They're things for personal belongings, looks like.
Interesting.
Let's see what is inside.
See if there's any devil books in here.
We need a rogue to pick them, to pick the locks.
They're not locked. At least they don't appear to be. How paranoid are you being?
I'm extremely paranoid. I'm right at the other end of the room.
It's a 15 by 15 room.
Yes.
I'll open them up. I'm good.
Okay. You open them up, and it looks like mostly clothing in here.
Goblin clothing.
Nope, human clothing.
Like
Albeit
commoners or
commoners. Very old style.
Interesting.
In fact, you're not even sure you've seen anything of this style around Hellforge.
Really?
Really?
just all clothes.
Just all clothes. There are a few shoes are closed, so yeah, they count. But yeah, there's men's clothes, women's clothes, and apparently the man was a lard butt.
Fair enough.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Well done.
So many oddities here.
So many. You've just begun to scratch the surface.
Well,
And there are stairs going down.
stairs.
Well, here we go.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Woohoo!
And there is dust all over the place, too. It looks like it hasn't been disturbed in a while. But you can see where dust has been disturbed years ago, and you can see where dust has lain for centuries, it looks like.
Mm-hmm.
And you come down the stairs, and it's a little tricky because it looks like one or two of the stairs have been are resting on something. And you get down to what amounts to a 15 by 35 room. There is a bed.
Oh.
Yeah, there is a bed. There is a sort of, looks like chest of drawers or something, sort of tucked under the stairs very tightly. It looks like the stairs used to be spring-loaded in the way that they could be pushed up into the attic. Sort of spring-loaded cantilever. But those have since rusted through.
Huh.
Mm-hmm.
So the stairs are in a sort of permanent down position. And you have a doorway to the north and a doorway to the south.
Hmm.
And you said here were more boxes or drawers or something.
Okay, under the stairs, in such a way that you would kind of have to move the stairs to get to the drawers. There is a chest of drawers.
and the drawers are full of people's clothing drawers.
They look like that sort of drawer. Yes.
Oh, let's
Let's
take a look.
There is a door to the north and a door to the south. There is.
What is in the chest?
Well, you can't get that open because the stairs are in the way.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
Who wants to make a strength test for me?
Not me.
Mm-hmm. Not me either.
I'll do it. I want to know what stuff is down here that looks like living. It's all weird and stuff.
I could as well.
All right, strength check. Here we go. 12.
12. That's not going to be enough to move the stairs. Who else is participating?
I will.
Of course he would.
Is that a separate attempt, or are we doing the assist?
Do the assist.
Does that give me advantage, I think?
Actually, if you're working together, yeah, I'll give you advantage on that. So you'll roll the second die, and hopefully it's higher than the first one.
Less crappy. 13.
I got a 12, but you add your strength modifier, right? So 14.
Yeah, you would add your strength modifier and proficiency if you have that.
I help with a 5.
Oh,
That's
would that be
adorable.
an athletics check or a...
Actually, come to think of it, yeah, athletics would be appropriate here, so I'll give you one more chance.
That would have been a 15 for me then. I wasn't adding in my proficiency in athletics.
Okay, that would be just enough that I will let you open that, I'll let you lift the stairs enough that you can get at the drawer. Yeah, there's more clothes in here, but there's a bag in the back.
Fantastic.
You're
welcome.
That has coins in it.
Copper coins.
Are these
There are There are a few. There's a bunch of copper in here. There's also a bunch of silver, and it looks like a few gold.
Are those common coins that are used nowadays upstairs?
No,
or are
they are
old?
no, they are not. These are very old coins.
Ooh.
Now, those of you around Nelforge might have heard about some tales of an undercity.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Some 800 years before Nelforge. Yeah, some 800 years ago when Nelforge was founded, it is said it was founded on the remains of another city.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm. See, it's sort of advantageous to have a city at this location because of the West Road.
Yes. 800 years, that's about the time when the West Road Gateway was built, isn't it?
Actually, it might even be older than that.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Maybe not a whole lot. So, yeah, you're delving into some... Yeah, the coins in this bag are very different from the ones you've been seeing above ground.
Mm-hmm.
Different names, different faces. Looks like a different language.
I think we will have to give them to the Ministry of Archaeology.
Because there has to be one of those too, I'm sure.
Pretty sure, yes.
Actually, they are about a standard weight. There has been a standard weight for centuries as well, and these happen to kind of fit that, and these kind of fit that shape, or kind of fit the weight. The shapes are different.
Still,
you could probably get away with spending these, but they might have value elsewhere too.
There are rules, I'm sure. But we might take them with us on this.
We can sell them to a numismatist.
That's the word.
I was going to say that, but that's not a word a barbarian tends to know.
Probably not.
Can't eat it. It's not worth it.
So what are you doing with that bag in the meantime?
No, we are taking it with us.
Okay, and as I believe coins are about £1 per 50.
And clearly not. Let's leave them all in one place. Give those to them.
Making a stealth check.
Oh, these coins. You're referring
these.
to it?
Yes.
The ones right here.
Yeah,
The ones
please.
you're pocketing.
Yeah,
That I gathered for my goddess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are the ones you're talking about?
No, give those back. Come. You will. Those are special coins. Let's leave them together in one place.
Look over there.
No.
I say as I point to a wall and hit it with a ray of frost. Okay, I think we should get going.
Okay, so I'm going to note that you have that bag, or at least have found that bag.
This is probably cursed pirate gold.
Probably.
Okay, considering how inland you are, pirates are unlikely.
Highwayman gold.
Yeah. They were inland pirates, or they
You
were
don't hear a whole
pirates.
lot about highwayman curses, which gives me an idea for a scenario later, but that's for later.
Okay.
Okay, from here, there is a door to the north, there is a door to the south, and to the south there is a hook on the wall which is empty. And there is a stand below that that has almost moldering shoes by it.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
A hook, like for holding a lantern?
A hook for like holding something. Bit of a leather strap peeking out from behind the stand.
That's clearly more interesting than north, so we should go north first.
Okay.
North is also where the ray of frost pointed, so
Jilly thinks we should go north.
Okay.
apparently, yes, let's go north. No, and thank you for the offer that you carry the heavy. No, I think I can handle that for the moment.
Okay.
Okay.
You go.
If your arms get tired, very tired from bearing that weight, oh, so tired, I would imagine, then just let me know.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So
Your obsession with this gold is very interesting.
It's the dragon in me, I say, twirling my hair.
Oh, I look over
shoot
at
a nervous glance to the dragonborn.
yeah. I also look over at Warren and go, "Do you hoard gold too?" Which I feel is slightly a racist statement, but she would say it anyway.
Interestingly, I think thus far Warren has been much more chill about the gold found on the floor and such.
Yes.
Totally.
Warren's background makes him more susceptible to magical items than gold.
Yeah.
So it's
Funny, interesting you put it that way.
But she actually does ask that out loud. Like, do you hoard gold too?
He just sort of gives her a toothy grin and goes about his business.
So, as I understand it, you are heading to the north.
Yes.
You come into that room, and there is, okay, it is a 15 by 30 room. And you have come in on sort of the back side of it. Out of here, there are 4 different doors.
Oh my.
Oh, geez.
2 on the south wall, through which you just came through, 1 on the west wall, and 1 on the north wall. There is various kitchen equipment, stove and oven tucked over next to the northeast corner. There is that wall is bowed in slightly, suggesting that there is a weight that's been pushing against it for some time.
Oh, dear.
Mm-hmm.
So
And there is a sack sort of discarded in the northwest corner.
Say there are 2 doors in the south wall.
2 doors in the south wall.
So that's the one we
Is that
just came from.
Is there 2 more doors? So is it all in all 3 doors?
4 doors. 2 in the south doors. 2 in the south wall. You just came through one, and by the way, it was latched on. By the way, the lock is on the south side of that door.
I want to go to the door that was on the other south-facing door than the one we just came through.
Okay, let me tell you, there is a latch on that door. It appears to have been designed to lock from your side. And come to think of it, the door to the north is designed to lock on your side as well.
So this is either a closet or some kind of covered door from the other room we just came from.
Well, there's various kitchen equipment in here. Looks like there is a cabinet which used to contain china, but now it's been sort of stripped bare. And there is a bunch of cracked crockery around it, so it has not fared well to the ages.
So this is a small storage room, basically.
It's a 15 by 30 room, and if it's a storage room, it has an awful lot of doors.
Okay. So this south
and a central table.
This is getting awfully complicated here. I'm not using dungeon crawls.
And this is why I think this is why I'm looking forward to D20 Pro on the next run through a dungeon.
Let's take a look at these sacks and equipment in this room, and on this inward leaning wall. Why is this inward leaning? Is there something like water pushing or something?
Well, it's not water. It looks like maybe rubble.
So this whole room is in danger to collapse at one point.
Eventually, maybe, but not yet. Okay, in the northeast corner. Is someone drawing a map, by the way?
I am trying, but it's.
I hope someone is.
I've started to give up now.
It's a bit.
Sorry.
It's not the best kind of map that was ever drawn.
I'm not good at this, so.
And it's probably not quite correct.
Probably just as why you didn't go south. That room is a little odd. Yeah. But you'll see why later.
Good. So this stuff in the northwest corner.
The northeast corner has the stove and oven in it. The northwest, there is a bag in the corner. Just sort of tossed there.
Bag. Okay. So let's look at the bag. Okay.
It jangles as you pick it up, and you see why. And you see why when you look inside. 70 some silver coins and a crap load of flatware.
What is flatware?
Knives, forks, and spoons.
Yeah.
This looks like it belongs to Chile.
I look and agree. Indeed.
I hand it to Chile. Okay.
Thank you.
The rest in here is there anything in the cupboards or something?
Okay, there is one standing cupboard that used to contain the china and the silverware, apparently, but that's all been taken out. You found it, though.
But for some reason it was left behind.
Yep.
By whoever took it and put it in this bag.
Very strange.
Really strange. And there's no skeleton here.
No skeletons here.
Yet.
It's like a very strange underground ghost town.
It is rather. Because you came from someone's living area into a kitchen of some sort with two different locked doors. One to the south, one to the north. And one door to the west.
This southern locked door.
That's the one that came through.
The other one. The one we didn't come through. How is this located relative to the room where we came from?
Okay. If you draw... Okay, the way I drew it, the living area is a 3x7 square, 3 wide, 7 tall. If you extend the west wall 3 more squares, and then go to the left 6.
Okay. Well.
Nope, can't picture it. I tried.
We need some kind of system how we are going to proceed here. Because we could very quickly get lost down here if we don't have some kind of order.
In character, I can probably remember it okay.
Well, I think my character will probably keep a map. Draw it as we go.
Okay.
So let's open this southern door first, I'd say.
Okay, the other southern door, the one with the lock on it.
Yes.
Okay, you get through that door, or at least you open it and look through, And you can see this is a very large room. This one is 10, 20, 40 feet across, and 10, 20, 30, 45 feet in. Actually, no, I think I got that. No, I was reading the wrong room. Sorry about that. 10, 20, 30 feet wide. 40 feet long. There is a big shape in the, as you're facing south, southeast corner, and an opening to the southwest.
A shape in the
yes.
southeast corner.
Yeah. As you approach, you can see it is a fireplace.
Huh.
Sort of standing in the room there.
So we were in the servants' quarters, and this is kind of the.
There are a few broken glasses around, a few discarded items of clothing. There's an unfurled bedroll over there. Now this reminds you nothing so much as the common room of an inn, or a tavern, or something like that.
Interesting.
Common room, kitchen, living quarters.
I don't think we're going to find anything that helps us out with the Count.
That's basically true.
That remains to be seen. You haven't done a whole lot of exploring yet.
But
I'm saying I don't think we're going to find anything that has to do with the Count, because this is interesting and all, but
I think we will, because this direction is, if I'm not mistaken, going to under the dining room of the Count's house. If we go to this southwestern passage here, that should put us in around the area of the Count's house, where I sensed something magical below the house.
Right.
Is that right, or am I wrong?
Actually, you're kind of nowhere close yet.
Nowhere close yet, but the direction is correct or not?
Actually, wait a minute. How long does Detect Magic last?
10 minutes.
Okay, 10 minutes. It might have been running... Okay, the Detect Magic might have been running out just as you got down to the... what you call the servants' quarters? Maybe the innkeep's quarters.
Yeah.
There was magic in there by the south door, and there was something magical beyond that.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay. Little
beyond that south door.
Beyond that south door.
But then you're also in the common room of the old inn, which has an opening to the south wall there. How are you proceeding?
So, first of all, I'm looking if it's really 10 minutes or if I'm woefully mistaken.
I think it's going to be running out about now, so...
Yes. So
you have
yes,
beads on 2 magic items in your immediate vicinity.
Well, then let's go find the first one quickly and see that we can find the second one after that.
Okay, in the innkeep's quarters, by the south door. If you're okay, as you're running on the last dregs of that Detect Magic, you know to look behind the stand where that strap was. Apparently, the strap broke, and there was a knife hanging from that knife in its sheath hanging from that hook originally. But the weight of the knife over time made the hook just cut through the strap.
Mhm.
So you have a dagger that turns out is in surprisingly good shape considering the age of the sheath around it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's magical.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow.
Nice.
Okay, let's look at this later in more detail.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just take it with us
Right.
and look for the other magical thing.
Mm.
That's also south of the common room, was it?
Mm-hmm.
I hope it's something that can drive away demons or devils.
Yeah, hopefully.
Okay. Remember one of the things that they are not hurt by: non-magical weapons.
Yeah, magical
Mhm.
weapons.
Uh,
So this is actually good. Like that's very good for us.
Yeah.
So,
And you may find other things down here too. We'll see.
mhm.
There was something else magical down this way.
That's right.
Yes.
Oh, also in the common room, let me draw your attention to a painting on the wall near that standing fireplace.
Mhm.
It's okay. You don't recognize the castle. You don't recognize any of the terrain behind it, and you don't recognize the central figure who is wearing a crown and posing shirtless in front of his mansion. Yeah.
Look at that dork. I say.
He's a dork who obviously took himself seriously enough that he had his picture painted that way.
Mhm.
Nice.
A few cages hanging from the walls on the outside of the castle. It looks like, the artist managed to catch the details of their rotting in adequate detail.
Oh.
I don't think I would have liked this guy.
Yeah,
Not even-
let me also point out another aspect: a sparkliness about the white and yellow pigments, which is an oddity.
What about the white and yellow pigments?
There is a sparkly quality to them.
Oh,
They're
God, he had guilt put into the paint, didn't he?
Appears to have, yeah.
What a prat.
But apparently a rich, powerful prat.
Well, he's dead.
Yeah.
Although the painting might fetch quite a price if it were discovered.
It could at that.
Mhm.
Because you typically see the gilt, because you only typically see the presence of the gold and silver leaf in the pigments in paintings of nobility.
Right.
But we're in the inn, right? So
We're
this
in an
picture's
inn.
in the inn. How?
Yes.
Why would it be?
Maybe he was very lavish about what paintings he made and ensured that they stayed in public places.
Maybe.
Or it was stolen and put there by the people who frequent this inn.
That's pretty ballsy.
Pardon. So you have a paint. So you have a painting that might be worth a few gold if you get it up to the surface intact.
Is the painting the thing that was magical here?
It was
or
not.
So I'm.
Would
We have
someone
to be going down the passage to the south.
Yes, I'm
there's no-
renewing. I'm renewing the detect magic to.
Okay.
Here we go.
Okay, standing in that location, yes, you can detect the magic which is now to your southeast.
So.
And another piece to your northwest.
Whoa.
On the other side of that wall.
That would be behind the western passage of the kitchen.
Mm-hmm. Possibly.
And the southeastern part is completely behind the southern door of the living quarter, right?
It appears to be, yeah. But there is also an opening in the wall to the south. You could just pass right through that too.
Yes, let's do that.
Okay, you pass through the south wall into a slightly oddly shaped room. Now, let's see. So far, I've described a 3x7 room, or three squares by 7 squares. On top of that, I almost feel like I should get a piece of graph paper and map out for you what you've encountered so far.
If it's not too much effort, that does help, because I'm lost.
Okay.
I don't know where we are now.
Okay, I'm gonna use a feature of the printer and.
I'm almost sure that this here is wrong. What I painted here, because with all the notes that I put beside it, the small scale.
It's pretty close.
Pretty close. Oh.
Yeah. Now, like I said, I'll be running out a piece of graph paper in the moment and drawing what you've encountered so far.
Mm-hmm.
I also need a pen for this trick. I'll be right back.
Okay.
My problem was that he was describing a room that was some dimension by some dimension, and then I was kind of recording that, and then it turns out it was rotated 90 degrees.
Yes, so, exactly. That was my problem too.
Like, oh, it's taller than it is wide. Oh.
The printer is doing its job. I'll have a piece of graph paper for you in a moment, and I can start showing you what you've encountered so far. I really want D20 Pro for this part. Fog of War. You'll love.
That's one of the things where you suddenly see the value of this D20 thing.
I'm not trying to sell it or anything. I do not have any vested interest in that sense.
D20?
D20 Pro.
What is that?
You'll see. It's a sort of a dungeon presentation system and character management and all those sorts of utility-like things.
We could just use Roll20. I mean, I don't know. I like Roll20.
Let's see. D20 Pro has other features that speak for it, and let's see. I need something to write on. Be right back again.
There was only one instance yet where I thought that it was useful, this map of Roll20 in that case. It was with Firefight in it.
My printer is doing its job too well. It's doing double-sided graph paper.
Well, wait, with the firefight? Oh yeah.
In a game where it was necessary to see where people ran around.
Yeah, I can see that. Definitely.
I saw Roll20 also employed with Fiasco games, but that it didn't really have much. It wasn't really necessary to have it.
No, not for Fiasco. I wouldn't say for D&D. It's definitely helpful for like character sheet maintenance and the fact that you can just click on your character sheet and it rolls for you and all that.
Mm-hmm.
That's really nice. Oh, and helps you keep track of and all that. I don't know. I miss Tabletop Forge back in the day
The day.
when it was its own thing before it got rolled into a play.
When tools were still tools. And dice were still dice.
Yeah. No, I miss when Hangouts was fully badass and had more support. Those are good times.
Okay, this is what you have to this point.
Uh-huh.
And yes, you can see that good. This is...
Yep, I gotta click on you so it doesn't disappear.
Okay. This is the room you came in. This is the kitchen.
Oh.
And this is the common room.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, my problem is that I thought the room that we came in was wider than it was tall, like the kitchen was. So I'm like, wait a minute, there's a door on the same wall that we came through. Where was this door before? All right, there we go.
Okay.
Okay.
So let's take a look through that.
Take a look through that
hole.
Mm-hmm.
Inside are no traps.
Not that you've seen yet. Thus far, it is. Thus far, it really does have the vibe of a ghost town. And when you get through there, here is what you see, at least topologically.
Mm-hmm.
I should also ask. Let's see. Do you see the compass rosette forward or backward?
That's
forward.
Oh, good. So
your camera isn't mirrored.
That's good. Okay. So you came through here, and okay, this wall here is
welcome Rito Supreme. Ooh.
Is a bar.
What?
Okay.
Ignore my husband, please.
Okay. This wall here is a bar. You can't actually get through there, but you can see where there are a few cracked bottles and glasses over there.
Mm-hmm.
My first thought was, is it a magical burrito? Okay, so they still have business.
Okay. So, yeah, this is where the bar of the inn was. People would sit on this side and drink to excess, or come in here and drink to excess. And the only real interesting detail about this room is in this corner down here, where you can see there is a broom hanging from the ceiling.
A broom. And this broom is magical?
Apparently.
It's hanging ceiling, like from a hook, or...
Well, actually, now that you look, no, there's no hook.
Oh.
So it's like hovering there?
Just hovering there.
Huh.
You can also see through, yeah, there was a window here, but it's kind of broken. And imagine, if you will, a trash compactor pushing a bunch of rubble against the wall there.
Argyle, you should go get that.
I get that.
Okay, you sort of try to pull the broom down from the ceiling there, and it's just not budging.
Not budging. I won't have that.
You have to pull harder.
I identify
Okay,
this
if
thing.
you pull harder on it, you find you can hang from it.
I can hang from it. Okay, I identify this magic.
Okay, you have that. You have an identify spell.
Yes,
Okay.
and I'm prepared to use it.
Okay, this is officially a broom of flying.
Yay!
Oh, cool.
Mm-hmm. Now, you need a code word to activate it and deactivate it.
Mhm.
You can also send it up to a mile away and then recall it with that word.
Wow. I learned this. I learned this code word because I can with this spell.
Oh, the spell tells you what the code word is?
Yes.
Oh, that's very
It
convenient.
sounds familiar. Yeah, I think Identify does do that.
Yeah.
Yes, it does. That's really great. Okay. I wonder who the owner is.
You know, I misplaced that years ago. I didn't expect to see it down here. Thank you so much for getting it.
Wait,
It
finders
has-
keepers.
Yeah,
You have to
It has two
implements and 77 gold, silver pieces. So I think
70,
you're good.
70 some. You haven't
70
actually
some.
counted them yet.
70-ish.
Yeah,
And the
70-ish.
and in chat, I will post the code word for this broom of flying.
Charizard.
Mhm.
Charazuti.
Charasuti. Oh, wow.
Well, really, I mean, the question is, who does the broom fit the most?
Oh, who hasn't asked that narrow? Wait, sorry. Yeah.
I'm pretty narrow-assed, so that's really my broom.
What have I begun? Because I like it. So far you have what amounts to a +1 dagger and a broom of flying.
Mhm.
And you know there's something else to the northwest.
Let's go get it.
This way.
Let's go let's go there and take a look what it is. If it
Okay,
is a
but-
magical cooking pot, it's yours, Chili.
Okay, so
You've made a good point. You can hold the broom for me.
so how are you getting up there?
Clearly, because we cannot really go through the bar, we are going through the common room.
Okay, through the common room up to here, I guess.
Oh, by the way, what are we doing with the picture? Are we going to take it with us or not?
It's been hanging on that wall for who knows how many years. Ought to be okay for a little while longer.
Yeah.
was special
Unless
about the
something
picture?
bad happens to this place.
Yes. That's
A painting of ancient nobility with gold and silver flake in the pigment, in the white and yellow pigments.
But it's so tacky.
It is tacky.
it could be.
Look at the people I killed.
Does it look like
If it
anyone
is-
you know?
If it is connected to the current royal family or the Duke,
I
he
think
would
the
be
Duke,
grateful to get it.
I think the Duke would be more dismayed, but it's the thought that counts.
Yeah.
Okay, so you
I
have
think-
you have
I think it kind of fits the Duke. But don't repeat that out loud upstairs.
okay, so you have a west door and a north door.
Uh-huh.
Oh, west
Eeny,
door it
meeny,
is.
miny, mo. North.
No, west.
Oh.
In the west, there is the magical thingy.
Okay, in the west, you found the larder.
The larder?
Mm-hmm.
With?
Well, this is where okay, this is a sort of cold stone. This is a sort of cold stone room where they would have kept some perishable goods. There are numerous shelves in here which are pretty much empty at this point.
Well, that's probably for the best because everything would have perished.
Yeah.
Nothing magical.
Nothing magical here.
No.
Yeah.
Oh God.
No magical
So-
grapefruit spoons.
Oh,
So into the other.
that leaves only
Okay.
one door.
That leaves only one door, and oh God, I gotta draw that.
And it is...
Uh-oh.
I will be just give me a moment while I count these out.
Oh
Mhm.
boy.
Oh geez. Oh dear.
Oh, you'll
A
see.
magical grapefruit spoon that never squirts grapefruit juice when you're digging out the fruit.
And it's totally Jilly's.
I'd fight for it.
For the horde.
You never have to
Oh my
worry about
God.
getting grapefruit juice in your eye or on your face.
Nerd!
Never again.
That's a good pun.
Thank you.
We could get some saddlebags and put them on the broom, probably.
Oh, yeah. Good idea.
Have it carry loot for us.
Good broom.
I have this sudden desire to go back upstairs and test this broom of flying in a diverse range of areas.
You have two magical items so far, and it turns out you have a few more doors you can explore down here. Now, here's the bad news.
Ooh.
Oh.
Ooh.
I don't think
I
that's
need to
bad news.
I need to focus on myself so I can see, and I'm not focusing on myself for some dumb reason. But everyone can see the. It's essentially a back alley behind a few different places.
Mm-hmm.
This would have been open, and this would have been open to the sky, if only there were a sky anymore. Instead, there's this sort of slab of rock over everything.
Mm-hmm.
There's
What's
door
the
first.
thing on the right? On the right, you have something thick on your...
Okay, I have these are all doors.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
So you have a door into a place here, and a place here.
Yes, 3 doors.
Mm-hmm.
I say we open them in reverse order just to screw with David.
And you have where the alley ends in rubble over here, and that would explain why this wall is bowing in, and a wall ending in rubble all the way over here.
Okay.
Rubble.
Rubble.
Hmm.
We need Bob the Builder.
Okay, so which will it be? Door number 2? Actually, door number 1, door number 2, or door number 3?
You numbered it in reverse. You numbered them in reverse order.
I tried to number them from left to right as you were
Yeah.
facing them.
The encounter order.
Yep.
Let's test
Closest
this
first,
side.
obviously.
Okay, going
So
through
just
this one first.
Mhm.
We should each, 2 of us, take a door and just open them all at the same time and see what
Oh
happens.
God.
Get all of your atrocities out of the way in as little time as possible.
Just front load all the
I
terror.
suppose it's a way.
I'm not sure it's smart.
If we're lucky, maybe we can train some of the enemies on each other.
Because honestly, the GM can only handle one thing at a time anyway.
Well, this is
You could say you all die simultaneously as 30 skeletons run out of each room. That could happen.
If we had opened the north door first, we could have split the party in 6.
We should have. Oh well.
Okay. This one, I will tell you, looks like a blacksmith shop. There is a workbench over here with a few old tools and a bucket, and there's a forge over here, and there is a ladder over here that leads up to a loft of some sort.
Oh, sweet! I check it out.
Okay, you're immediately
Up on the loft.
okay. You're immediately climbing up the loft.
Yeah,
Okay.
without fear.
Well, as a barbarian would.
Yeah.
And when you get up there, you find.
Might be a little
Let's see.
impulsive.
Question is, which do you find first? Okay, there is a skull up here. Judging by the teeth, whatever it was in life was a predator.
Oh, okay. So some kind of animal skull, like a.
Some type of animal skull, and it appears to have been severed.
Knowledge nature.
Rather violently. This is
12.
this is not something this is not something you've ever seen even in the wasteland. This is some sort of very toothy predator. You'd guess maybe feline, but it's hard to say. You also find there is a bag sort of tucked under the straw nearby.
Yeah.
It has a few gold, a bunch of silver, and a bunch of copper in it.
A money bag.
A money bag.
So the little cat was a money courier.
That was not a little cat. This was a big
A
skull.
skull.
Okay, so the big money cat was the big cat was a money courier.
Julie, you left some more money up here.
On it.
I'll toss the bag down. There's a skull up here if anyone wants it. I don't know what it is. Actually,
Oh, Saria, maybe Saria can tell something about that
I'm sorry, wait,
that
what?
animal.
Okay, there is
Yeah, I
found
there is an 800-plus-year-old skull up there of some predatory cat, especially fangy, and
Oh,
nothing like anything you've ever seen before.
oh, give it to me.
I bring it
I
down.
must see this.
I got a 12 on my knowledge nature. Didn't recognize it.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Would it make like
Let's
a
see.
badass helmet?
This thing might be about the size to eat someone's head, so it could.
Can we do a nature roll?
Would knowledge arcana help?
I think displacer beasts are feline.
They have feline features, yeah.
If it was a displacer skull, that would be amazing.
Yeah, if it was a displacer skull, what was it doing in town?
Eating people, displacing,
Displacing.
people.
Displacing people into its belly. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, how much did you get?
A 12 missed.
Oh, well,
Oh
I got
yeah.
14 is also not good enough. You can't place the origin of this thing.
yeah.
You're not even completely sure it's natural. Give a knowledge arcana check. We'll see.
What is this one?
Arcana. Oh,
I don't remember
Knowledge
how big the
arcana.
bag was. It was
I'm going to try.
it was some gold and silver. It sounded like.
Oh my.
Knowledge Arcana 20.
Knowledge arcana 20. That's a good sign.
Wow.
Warren also has 20.
Yeah, that was only
So
a
that's-
16 for me, so.
You're fighting over to say first. Who gets to say first what it is?
So they know better.
Like I've never seen this before.
Yeah,
We have seen the picture. We have seen the
We read
same
about
book
it.
with the same picture.
right. Knowledge doesn't do you well. This is more of a monstrosity.
Sweet. So it's
So,
super big.
So this is This is a monster skull of some sort. And by
Mom.
the way, Tess, as you're making your way down from the loft,
Yeah.
you scoot something in the sort of nestled in the straw.
Yeah. I scoot it.
Yeah, there is a battle axe up there.
There is, you say?
There is a battle axe up there. It also appears to be in fairly good condition with a blood streak sort of flecking off of it.
Huh. Again, let's once more look for magical items. Maybe it is magical.
It looks like a real dangerous place to leave your axe.
Well, maybe, you know,
Well,
there
cut
is
my
this
butt
remote, okay, sort of looking at the staging, there is this remote possibility that the axe was thrown by somebody, took the skull off of whatever that was, and they both landed in the loft.
Interesting.
Oh.
What kind of like monstrosity? Like, what do you mean by that, David?
Okay, meaning it is not meaning that it is not an animal that occurs in nature. It might have been constructed that way, or it might have just been bred really wrong that way. But it is, suffice it to say, an unnatural predator.
It would give you the heebie-jeebies.
Okay.
So like a magical creature, monster.
Could very well be, yeah.
Oh, I bet I know what it looks like. Let me see here. That's amazing.
If I cast detect magic again.
If you cast detect magic again, are you doing it in any particular place in the room?
I'm doing it yeah, in the center of the room, I guess.
In the center of the room. Well, that puts you sort of each wall is 20 feet away.
Mm-hmm.
So you're not going to detect much other than what's in the room.
Yes.
Or maybe out to here, because 30-foot radius, I believe you said?
Yeah. Yes, 30 feet. So after I cast it here, I'm walking to that wall, so I can.
To this wall? To this wall, you say?
I don't see where you're pointing now.
Oh. Okay, sorry. To this wall here?
Yes.
Yeah. Let's see.
So that I can see if the axe does anything special, or
okay. The axe is essentially a +1 battle axe.
What?
Nice.
Nice.
Jilly, I have bad news for you.
Wait, is that the thing I had? No, that's something new.
No.
Something new, yes.
You had you have a halberd and a short sword and a hand axe. You previously had a warhammer before. I remembered that was a bad idea for dual wielding. In the Soaring Hawk clan, we have a tradition that is called dibs. Invoke the right of dibs.
Okay. I put 2 little dots on the map over here.
Mm-hmm.
And there is something you sort of sense from down here. And then you hear a clattering in that direction.
Huh.
Oh, yay.
Let's
Look
go.
out, there's something over there. Let's...
Oh, you have a battle axe too, huh? Well, we might have to arm wrestle for it then.
Yeah. Or maybe you can take turns.
What's that?
So watch out to the south. There is something.
Going to the south. Okay. Okay, you go to the south, and you see what is the front room of what is obviously a blacksmith shop, with what is obviously a horse skeleton that is just getting up.
Uh-oh.
Its tack and saddle sort of loosely hanging on one side because, you know, no meat.
Right.
Horse
And
skeleton.
the other problem is, horse teeth don't look like that.
Oh.
Oh God.
Yeah, carnivorous horse, that doesn't seem like a thing.
A nightmare.
Or a skeleton of one, at least.
Mm-hmm.
Time for some initiative.
Ah,
Yay.
fighters to the fore.
Both of them? Yeah. Actually, wait a minute. Paladin,
Several melee
barbarian.
people.
Actually, we have a few melee people in here. Yeah, paladin, ranger, and barbarian.
Yay, cool. I'm going to look at all these happenings from way back.
You do that. You go back there. That's fine. More glory for me.
But I can fire shoot some stuff if necessary. But
Oh, you're kidding me.
But I'm probably only going to do that in emergencies.
Okay, Coyce. Okay, Warren springing into action.
Oh
yeah,
wow, someone's
sorry.
actually below me.
Yeah, Saria tried to take the tactical position, but Tess sniped her. Yeah.
I was distracted by the axe. Okay,
We'll go for the double strike again.
So.
Okay, shoot. Shall I roll your initiative?
Sure.
Okay. Ooh, I got a 4. And now she gets an initiative bonus. Yes.
Let me check. No. Dex a 10.
Ooh. Okay. So.
I guess I go first if we
Yeah.
go by higher Dex bonus rules. Oh, okay. Well.
Well. Okay. Nope. Coy goes first.
Mm-hmm.
This would be the time for Warren to shine.
Uh-huh.
This looks, yeah, decidedly unnatural. Not the least of which because it's got no meat on it.
I don't have any magical weapons.
Well, this is interesting. I also just noticed we ran over on our session.
Oh.
We have at least one magical weapon.
You have 2 at the moment.
Yes, a battle axe and a dagger. But a
Ooh.
dagger against the horse is not.
Well,
I would
okay. The problem is dagger against skeleton.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
You can cut through bones. It's cool.
Do you want to take care of this now or wait until next week?
Later.
It's a good cliffhanger.
It is a good cliffhanger. That's what I was.
It is rather.
Yeah,
in
that's
which
true.
and this means everyone will be rolling initiative next week.
Oh.
Ah. Or we can remember those initiative roles.
Huh?
We'll do that.
Let's write them down.
Yeah, we
Has
can post
anyone-
them.
I'll pop it in my character sheet.
Is anyone attached to that axe?
Well,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It has a few
Yeah.
claimants at the moment, but like I said,
Yeah.
maybe you can share it.
Tess has it in her hands right now, so
Tess has a swing with it, then Warren
Yeah,
has a
Tess
swing
has
with it.
Oh my
I
gosh.
just gotta get a lot of. Yeah, every turn we just we hand it off so we can use it.
we
constantly.
definitely need more magical
we do.
axes.
Uh-huh.
Then Saphir gets a turn with it. Then Jilly gets a turn with it and rolls a 1.
This feels
What
like
did-
a puff
what
pass
was-
scenario.
What was Saphir's initiative?
Saphir had,
Bad.
You rolled a 4, but had
I'd
no
rolled a
bonus.
4, but no bonus.
4.
How do I have such shitty decks? Oh, I'm the worst. Sorry,
Because you were
because
putting
you-
all your stuff into strength and charisma, like a paladin
Yeah.
would.
Yeah.
And what does the horse have for initiative?
The horse has a 12.
At
We-
12.
Oh, good. So
Let's call it more appropriately. The skeleton has a 12.
Skeleton nightmare.
it is recorded as Skelehorse on my
Yellow
initiative
horse.
list.
Oh, that works. Yeah.
Skelehorse.
Skelepony. Sorry, Kawhi.
Okay.
And I'm going to
Good.
go ahead and stop broadcast here.
Bye, audience.
Yeah, I haven't been publicizing these nearly enough, so they'll just watch after the fact. Goodbye, everybody.